Right. Battlefield, not 2143, which is the one I wanted. 2042. I'll put this on. I'm going to turn the volume down a bit here so we can talk over the top of it because there's quite a lot of interesting stuff here. I'm going to shut the window because a fucking helicopter's coming by. So my first thing with the Battlefield games is they're always renowned for having huge maps. If you play Battlefield 2142, Battlefield 2, 1943, etc., always had these massive maps on there. And they made the game because if you got like a vehicle, like an aircraft, be it a helicopter or a jet, they always made things, that extra bit special. But this looked good, and I'm just hoping it has those big maps. And given the current level of tech that we've got with the PS5 and the Xbox X series, and we should be able to do that. You've got lots of little things here that look kind of familiar. You've got the old tanks and whatnot. This is all pre-rendered, so it's kind of hinting at stuff. They will show the actual gameplay when EA's presentation comes up. I think it's going to have, how can I put it, parts of the game that are scripted. So you get like a rocket launch. So you got to prevent the rocket launch. If the rocket launch happens and the rocket launch goes up, anyone standing next to the rocket when it goes off, boom, gone. And I think they're going to have lots of kind of bits like that in there. They've got a whirlwind thing in there, really interesting. And there's
there is one thing I think on this version as I think they're going to 128 person in a game.
Yeah.
Whereas previous ones were 64. So it makes me think the maps are going to be quite big, but they're going to be sectionized.
I hope so.
Much more sectionalized. So instead of, I know there are modes. I'm playing a bit of Battlefield 1, and that's sort of like progressional. Remember how Battlefront had that Conquest, I think it was called, where you moved through the battlefield into each zone as you took them.
Create bits of maps, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the other thing.
That's going to be sort of, I think, implemented for this in a way.
Well, I imagine they probably will do the Conquest, the dog tags, capture flag, hold the control point, etc. But I also think that the map will change as you go through the game. So, for example, like say that you're fighting in a city here, I think like that buildings will collapse to create different pathways and stuff inside the game. But this next bit, maybe this is like the kind of trick things that people do. Like
they are.
We load that up with dynamite or C4. Sorry, dynamite. I've gone back in time. C4. And this is the one. This is the one which I watched and was like, I've seen the person do this.
I've seen this clip.
Rifle, though.
Like I've seen the gameplay clip of the person doing this, and at the time it was just like, my God, you pulled that off, pal. And it's made it into the trailer.
Matey did it with a sniper rifle, killed the pilot inside the thing, and jumped into the plane that he destroyed.
He did, because his was almost gone, and he did exactly that.
Absolutely mad. I just want big map. If this gives us big maps, I'm probably going to buy this as my first FPS multiplayer game for the end of the year. Because I miss those big maps.
Battlefield. I do really enjoy their maps and their multiplayer, comparing that to the most obvious being COD. COD is always very, very samey. Like you've got two teams, deathmatch it, conquest, and it's really quite, free for all really. And you've got lone wolves going off doing their thing. You sort of can do it in Battlefield, be a sniper or whatever, but as a team, that is the best. It's the best FPS game, I feel, when you're playing as a team and you grow. I was trying to teach my son. I was like, mate, I've got Battlefield 1 on the PS5. Why don't you just give multiplayer a go? You're getting a bit annoyed at Apex. Stuff Apex. Play Battlefield. Have a little go. And he couldn't quite get his. I said, look, spawn on your team, mate.
Yeah.
Be a support. Be a medic. Res them up. Keep an ammo battlefield, all that stuff. Stick with your team, work as a squad, do so well.
Also, with that tornado thing, I think that might be like a trigger event. If you control something, you get hold of a weapon, you get to deploy that said weapon, and then cause merry havoc with it. So you get to deploy it looks like a tornado kind of weapon.
Yeah, there's going to be more, isn't there?
Looks awesome. It does look awesome. Call of Duty looks so samey to me at the moment. I can understand why people like it, but it's cheese sandwich. What we got for lunch? Cheese sandwich, boring sort of thing.
Popped a bit of ham in there.
Better. They might get better. Graphics and stuff look great on it. And we're joined by Mr.
Somebody
Tardy
didn't get the memo. Somebody didn't get the memo.
Yeah, someone who didn't get the memo. Try to give them the memo and they ignore the memo, and then yes, Mr. Memo Boy. I think I'm hoping. Please have giant maps. 128 players. Maybe some bits in there to form the maps. People like the giant maps, and they like the giant maps because if you look at the battle royale games like Apex, Fortnite, even the Call of Duty one, people have been playing those things for a while, so they're quite used to the idea of having a giant map. But having a giant map where you can work as a giant team rather than a group of 3 individuals like you can with Fortnite and Apex and whatnot, will make all of the difference. I am quite excited to see that.
I used to play from Battlefront 2 with my mates. Actually, one of them's here, joined us on the live stream. Hello, Ian. He always support, always LMGing everywhere, and I just follow him around, let him be a bullet sponge, to be fair. But there was a group of us. We all ran around playing on, brilliant fun, great fun. Although I haven't played it in quite a while on PC, you never know. Great.
Apex doesn't suck that badly.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.